Welcome to the National Real Estate Cafe with Don Getling and Gino Franti, where you get your daily dose of real estate market updates. And if you're anything like me, you need more than one dose a day.
Okay, so here's your dose for today. And actually, you can get these sent to your phone automatically just by texting NREC to the number 58885. That's NREC to 58885. They come right to your phone. No spam, no selling, just daily updates.
Sometimes we don't let them know, Don, but then after you receive that, you'll have to opt in by hitting agree, and then it'll ask you for your email address. But I should add that we haven't been sending any email out. It just does that as a courtesy in case we had to send one out, like if the system went down or something like that, but we haven't used that database
Well, some of you
so far.
may want it sent to you by email, so we're setting up that system for you as well. So for today, what is the mortgage process? How does it work? What do we need to know about it? So here's a start of the mortgage process. Go ahead, Furman, throw that up.
All right. So down payment. This is the area where we have so many myths, Don. We talk about this all the time. Everybody thinks you have to have 20% down to buy a home.
50% of you believe that.
That's so scary, Don, because the reality is that you really need only about 5%.
Right.
5% gets you some really great financing these days, so you don't need to have a huge down payment. Now, that being said, some can have 3% down with conventional loans, or, I know I'm going to say it, no money down. And I'm not talking about just veterans. We've actually successfully closed many no money down loans on conventional financing here in Santa Clarita and the Los Angeles area for those who qualify for some first-time homebuyer programs.
Yeah, about that. Bet you didn't know about that. Then, of course, we're going to have to check your income, your credit, and get asset documentation on where the funds are coming from if you are putting a down payment or towards your closing costs. So that's something we have to always check out.
Yeah, so be careful with your assets, guys. Don't move money around from this account to that account and pay grandma and borrow from Joey and what's his name? Tommy? Timmy? Your guy that you use for all the bedrooms? Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah. Don't give Johnny his allowance and then get paid back from Susie's thing. Just none of that with the assets, please. Try to keep them clean.
Okay, and credit. Very important. A lot of you will juggle around your credit to help basically pay as little as possible. So what you do is you put all your debt into one credit card at the lowest interest rate. The problem is once you go above these three factors, 30% of your total available balance, 50% hits you even harder, 70% you might as well be tapped. Those are the factors that affect your credit score dramatically.
Yeah, so one of the things that happens is if you go above that, so you moved all your debt to the 0% card, sounds like a good idea. Instead, what happens is the credit ratings, they view it as if you tapped out that card and you're probably in a little bit of financial difficulty. It lowers your score by as much as 30%, and then it could cost you an eighth, a quarter, or even 3/8% to your interest rate on your home on the largest debt of your life.
All right, so let's go to the next screen here. Here's some of the steps to take. All right, so we just talked about checking your current credit history. So again, be careful of that. Be careful also of any collections accounts. Those things need to be cleared up.
Yeah, so I recommend Identity Guard, okay? That's the company that I use to monitor my credit. I do recommend credit monitoring. I've been on it now for maybe a year and a half or two. And once a month, I pull my credit, I take a look at it, I make sure there's nothing erroneous on there. If there is, I dispute it. If not, we continue. So it's good to have monitoring to make sure that one of the most important aspects of your life is taken care of.
All right, then start gathering up your documentation, which is income documentation. Your current pay stubs, 30 days worth, W-2s, tax returns, all pages. And if you have 1099s, anything you have regarding income in any way, shape, or form, we need to look at it because the more we see, the better. That way there's no surprises.
Yeah, I think this whole thing gets solved in the future by just putting a chip in our bodies, but it's not there yet.
So, and you can help yourself by contacting a professional. Look for a real professional, especially a local professional, because they know your market, they know the real estate agents. They can actually help you get your offer accepted during these lean times in the inventory of homes right now.
Okay, and let's talk about one more thing, Don. It's not only what you qualify for. You should also talk to your mortgage professional about, is this a good idea? Should I go completely to the edge of qualifying? Some programs are very liberal on what you can qualify for, and it may not be a good idea to use all of that program's flexibility. It depends what's going on with your life at the time. So a good mortgage planner will definitely look at that and say, You know, maybe even though you qualify for $500,000, it sounds like based on your other goals, like you need a little disposable income, maybe $425,000 is more prudent.
All right, so make sure you talk to a real professional because they'll help you know your numbers and know your options because that is key. Therefore, you can make an educated decision. And you'll make an educated decision by tuning in daily to the National Real Estate Cafe, Don Gino Fronte. Get these sent to your phone automatically by texting NREC to the number 58885.
Or check out our website at nrecafe.com. There's over 300 of these shows, and you can see we've been pretty spot on.
That's right.